everybody, and welcome to a new video, and welcome to me trying to explain why first of all I went so long this year without uploading until recently, and it would have been a lot longer if I didn't see numbers. So thank you for starting to actually find me, watch me, subscribe to me, whatever the stuff is. Anyway, so also I guess because, well, for some reason I started seeing it just before the school year started. Also, but the problem what I was facing is, first of all, I had to move. As you can see, it's a different background. Instead of the kitchen being over there, for example, it's straight behind me. I don't have the green screen up that's in the back room. I don't need it right now. This is basically almost the same. Almost. Except now I don't have a staircase either. And I told you skits were coming, and I'm going to be making more skits right away. I'm going to try to. And yeah, things are a little bit different. I have a porch and I have a deck now, so instead of just a porch. There's a lot of issues that I was facing at the old place. And then the landlord, who is someone that should be reported to the Tenants and Landlords Association or whatever, don't care, evicted me the month that I was moving out. So that was annoying. And also he broke in. Essentially, what happens with landlords and tenants, if I don't get permission for them to come in here the day of, and they don't give me 24 hours in advance, which he didn't, he's breaking into my place then. I rent from him, yes. But there are some rules and regulations that we have, that we, as landlords and tenants, and he broke every single one of them. But he also stole things from me, like he stole medication from me. It was a urinary tract infection medication that he stole from me. For example, he stole a bunch of things. Little things I probably wouldn't notice, but I noticed because, you know what, I'm smart. Anyway, there was that, and like I say, he evicted me, and legally you can't evict someone the last month that they're living in your apartment, or your building, or whatever, your apartment, your suite, whatever. So, there was that, and I wanted to get security cameras for the longest time. I have security cameras, they're there right now. There, and then one facing out the back and one aimed at the back door, basically looking over that whole back bedroom, spare bedroom that's just used as a storage room with a freezer and everything in there. So that's the issues that I was facing there. But also, that same month that I had to get out of there, or something, whatever it was, the month of April, I think the first Monday of April of this year, 2022, I used to be going to a program, and I'm not going to mention any names, I don't care, this is just what my issues were. That one of the staff members that I was with, who's 2 weeks apparently 2 weeks older than me, but mentally he was way, way younger than me, any case. He still lives with his parents and mooches off of him, so that tells you something about him. He was very abusive during the COVID whole situation, because I was put with him. They got rid of the only administrator that I could actually go talk to that would actually change something. And these 3 women administrators didn't do shit about this. And they basically stuck up for an abuser and a racist. So That tells you something as well. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not mentioning any names, so I can say this. So if they're watching, get bent. Anyway, so there was that issue where, and because of all the stress, I have been having massive health problems that I can't even describe to you. And even though I try to, whenever I do mention something. And then, of course, I lost all my friends because of my stress and anger towards certain people closer to the beginning of this year. So that's that. So this guy that I was put with, that is apparently 2 weeks older than me, but he acted like 100 years younger than me. Anyway, said some pretty racist things to me. First of all, he's Métis. Now, I'm not going to say the things back to him, because first of all, it wouldn't make sense, because they were the first people here. And I'm not like that. I'm not a racist, stupid idiot. So, as you guys may or may not know, I'm part German, part Ukrainian, Canadian, whatever. It's kind of a pile of things there. On both sides of the family, because both sides of the family are technically from the same place. Now, who knows if there's some incest involved there, eventually down the ancestry tree or whatever. But ancestry tree, whatever you want to call it. But, so this guy, first of all, told me to go back where I came from. First of all, I don't have the money, and I wouldn't go back to where I came from, which is technically all over Europe, because if you've seen my history videos on myself, which I have to go do the spitting and the cupping thing for both 23andMe and Ancestry, eventually, I just haven't had the money. We're from... There's areas, as far as I know, now like I said, we're going to go take a test eventually when I can afford it. Well, technically I can afford it, I just haven't gotten around to it. In any case, there is that issue there, is that I don't want to, I can't afford it, and it seems stupid to me that he would say that. Also, he said my family should have died in those death camps. Now, my Opa went through the war, and for me, that doesn't hurt me. For me, I can make those jokes. He can't. I can make Holocaust jokes because I only insult the person that enslaved my Opa or grandfather into his army, and basically, he didn't like it as much as anyone else, but he was forced to, or else he would have been... I wouldn't be around, my father would never have been around, and my grandfather would have gone with his family. So he lost his family at a pretty young age. He had a pretty bad life. So those jokes, first of all, don't hurt me, but it's still pretty wrong he said that. He also said some other screwed up things, but he also physically put his hands on nonverbal special needs kids at this program. It's a program for special needs kids and stuff. Now, my editor, who can go fuck himself, went along with their brainwashing because he lives with one of the administrators. I'm not going to say any names, like I said. Everybody knows who my editor was. I'm editing my own video, so that's another problem that I face with uploading right away. But like I say, there's been over a month now or something of me uploading, something like that. I don't care. Every single day, one video a day, because I had a whole backup because I was still recording. I just didn't upload it because, well, for how often I recorded, it would not have filled anything up. But I'm trying to keep up a little bit better now. Trying, key word there. So there was that issue. So I punched a hole in the wall because they were gating me from talking to them. They never listened to me anyway because those female administrators are sexist towards men as well. They would not even trust a man who hurt you. Anyway, so there was a hole in the wall at their establishment, their building, their place of work from me because they were blocking me. And in my opinion, they can all go end themselves. I can make that joke because I was there, so fuck off. The next problem I faced was I had to move into the studio for a month. Basically. We were also moving someone at the same time that their family was also being very, very toxic during the move. I couldn't move a piece of furniture because they had a bunch of stuff on it that they wanted out that same day. I don't know. It was a screwed up situation there. And then I moved into here. Now, the first week was amazing. Basically, I was one of the only people that moved in or was moving in right away. I could move in slowly because I own the studio. That all my stuff was at the studio. I didn't have to worry about it because I could move it over slowly into here. The issue is that I don't know when they started coming in here, or when the neighbor that I keep talking about started moving in here. But like I said, I know he damaged the truck. That's why I got cameras now, watching my parking space and watching there and basically everywhere in front, every direction in front of my place. There's not a place that's not covered, basically, or not watched. I don't know how to speak. In front, at least, except for like right at my door. That's the only place I can't really put up a camera because I don't want people tampering with it. So this guy damaged my truck. Basically, right after he lied and said, "Oh, you know you shouldn't speed. You can't. We don't want you. Or not. Can you not?" Or he asked me nicely if I could not speed through the parking lot. First of all, there's families living here with young kids. I can't speed out of here. His vehicles, his other trucks make the same noise as my vehicle does, and I don't gun it out of the parking lot. The only issue is that there's something on my vehicle that as soon as you turn on the vehicle, first of all, it revs up to like 6,000 RPM, something stupid like that, and you barely touch the pedal and it goes nuts. So you're just trying to get the truck moving in forward position just to get out of the parking lot, and it goes nuts. That's what he's commenting. Also, we have street racers here after 9 or 10 o'clock through town. I got blamed for that, basically, is what I understand from that. The issue is also that I've been super respectful, and trying to be, at least. He makes it hard, and if you cross me, I'll cross you. It's an eye for an eye, it's a tooth for a tooth. Anyway. So, this guy did that. He's been a thorn in my side ever since he's moved in. And that's why I make the jokes about Looney House and stuff. We actually have another loon that moved in after him, further down. That's her mind's going. Anyway, so there was that situation. So that same night, the morning, I came out and looked at my truck and it was completely damaged. That's the story behind that. What was the next thing? Oh yeah. I was gone to Montreal for a wedding, and I explained that in one of my challenge videos that I did recently. I don't know when it went up because I uploaded like over 30, or close to whatever. I uploaded basically almost a month worth of content at the same time, and tried to schedule it for every single day. Tried to. YouTube is amazing with their copyright strikes. My God. So some of them are not even gonna have a video that day, and my numbers are gonna be affected by that. So thank you, YouTube. So that was the other issue with YouTube. And I mean, even my skits got copyrighted, and my own commentary over a game that's not supposed to be copyrighted at all. That's why I turned off the music. It's Minecraft. I turned off the music and everything. It was only the game sounds and my commentary over what I was doing in the game. That's gotten copyrighted on my channel. So there's that stressful thing in the middle there too. Then, with the guy that I'm talking about, my neighbor, and I'm not going to say the other thing because he gave me a bunch of stories about who these girls are that he's with, but I'm not gonna apply anything, and I'm not gonna say anything about that because really that's none of my business, and I don't want to get in trouble for making false allegations. But this part I can. So he started looking through my window. The only window is a frosted window that doesn't have a blind over it. So he can't really see through it, but I could see him. I hid right there, around this corner here, by this door, this first door here on my, right now it's on my right, there it's on my left. I hid right there, and I could see his outline of it. And he's the only one with the biggest beard in the house, whatever, right now. So, I mean, it's like, well, I know exactly who it is. It's the same guy who's been affecting me all this time that he's moved in. So, I have an alarm system, I have cameras on that, alarm system on every door. And cameras facing every door, inside and out. The parking lot is also kind of watched. Because I want to be able to prove the damage to my truck next time. Can't prove it this time, next time. So there's that, and I mentioned that in one of my other videos, that he's been looking through my window. I can't do shit about it because the police are corrupt pieces of shit here. They won't do nothing about anyone. Someone could be dead, murdered, and they won't do shit about it. So that's how messed up the police are here. They're corrupt little bastards. Anyway, so I have him on footage. I can't do very much about it. I'm getting an RO, a restraining order. Some people call it the order of the peace, a peace bond. There's multiple names for it. I don't care. We're getting that against him and that Aboriginal kid. Oh, the Aboriginal kid also sent his gang after me at that old place. So we're getting an RO or peace order or whatever you want, PO, whatever, against him as well. There's also an RO against the landlord, because that's the only way the cops will actually do anything. So, yeah, we're getting that against this lovely guy right here. Good thing you don't know my address, so that you can't find him anyway. But now, just yesterday, I've noticed that he's been mooching off my Wi-Fi. He hacked into my internet router here from his stupid apartment and was mooching off my internet for God knows how long. And that's why, like, there's been, like, corruption in videos, and I just uploaded them anyway. There's been internet problems in general. And again, I just upload them anyway. So, there's that. There's all the stresses that I have to deal with. And then, like I say, YouTube is not really fun because YouTube keeps doing stupid shit like banning or copywriting and banning those videos, so no one sees them, so then they end up getting deleted. I miss a couple days here and there, maybe a couple days in a row, because they're stupid and retarded, but that's basically what's been going on. And then I have a lot of argumentative people in my life who also make this a little bit more problematic. And yeah, it's been how long? A couple months now that I lived here, basically all summer. And my place is not fully like cleaned up from the unpacking. So that's been my issues. But on the good side, I started with working at a museum, a heritage museum, fixing up some of the artifacts and stuff like that, helping around there, like putting in storm windows and stuff, because they're trying to go for the old theme of back in the times that they're trying to show off. So that's been good. I still have a list a mile long, and that's been stressful, and that's not even like my personal list. That's a list that someone gave me to do, and it's been years since, that I can't get it done all at the same time because, well, they want it all at the same time. So that's been the life so far this past year. Now, there's other problems throughout the last couple of years with this program and this guy, especially. But there's also been a problem with this other lady who almost got me banned from so many places and I just said I don't want to work with her anymore. And then also the administrators at this program place in town here, or in town where I used to live, also made up lies about me. They were like, oh, this guy can't work with any of our staff. And then I went and talked to some of the ex-staff, and they were like, we had no problems with you. They're making that up. And I even unblocked one of the administrators and texted that and then blocked her again. So, yeah, I love to poke the bear. But that was that. And then I had friends that were just totally unreasonable and just a waste of my time, that have been on the channel. There's a few friends that I think we're still on good terms, but there's like three or four main ones that I'm just like, I don't fucking care. They can go crash into a bridge. T-Swift? Anyway, I don't know who writes all those songs. A lot of the songs that I listen to anymore. So, yeah, that's kind of the issues there. So, apologies for so long until we uploaded videos again. Because you got to see part of the old place, part of the temporary room, and then mostly now in here, in the past little while. But I've been living here since April, and it's September now. Something like that. April, May, June, something, I don't know. I don't know, I don't care right now. I've been living here for a little bit. Like almost half a year. Or getting close to half a year. So, that's how much difference there will be between each video. And then there was a bunch of time in between. So, it's an abrupt jump. So, it'd be nice to be able to, like, vlog those things. Moving, daily stuff. I don't have the time or the patience, and I don't have anyone to help right now, technically. That's going to be here on a regular. But I have some people lined up to hang out with, some new stuff to do, so that's on the plus. That's on the good side. The good side is I've gotten to the point where if a video is blocked, I'm just going to delete it and continue on with my life and keep on recording and adding videos wherever I can. Regardless of if it's going to be problematic, they're going to have to just deal with it and jump. And YouTube can jump off a cliff with all that stuff, or just the copyright people that the system people that manage that aspect of YouTube can go jump off a cliff. I'm not dealing with that bullshit right now. So that's basically what has been up. Apologies that this has been a rambling, complaining video that I don't even like to promote very much on my channel is this, even though the first couple years have been that. Of like, even though I haven't uploaded every single day for the last, 6 years now? Oh. Yes, and I know I keep missing our anniversaries. Life is, like I say, life is a little bit stressful. I'm wearing myself thin. I'm dragging it thin. And it's not helpful when people start arguing with me about little things all the time. When I have so much on my plate, and I wear myself thin, but between like being able to have my time where I watch TV and I don't really play video games for anything but this, for example. There's times when I get video games to the next part where there's like a tedious BS part that I have to get through. But that's the only thing I do without recording for the most part. Now I've said live stream it, but you know what? I can't even keep up with live streaming. Life is very, very busy. I have to like say, hey, I'm gonna sit down and live stream. Right now I've been live streaming Raft, which is a crazy game that doesn't help you very much. You have to look up a lot of things. Same with most games nowadays. You have to look up a lot of things on the internet just to find out what to do or where to find things. Because they make it very, very vague in some of those games. And like I say, I'm trying not to burn out here. I'm trying to find more creative things, but might be starting to get creative burnout again. And it's not even from doing this. It's from everything else I do in my life. Everyone else in my life. So again, really stressful, very annoying. But let's get through it. Let's power on. Continue watching. Subscribe. Because you won't see this part of me very often, the complaining, bitchy part. But I just wanted to explain to people my situation the last couple months. So, in any case, I'm going to let this video basically die in the ether of my channel. But please subscribe, like, and share all my videos, not just this one, because this one looks a little bit bad for new viewership. But I just want to state, there is no way I'm a racist, no way I'm a sexist, no way I'm a anti-Semite or anything like that. But there is times when things are funny, and if it's funny, it's just a joke. There's other points where if you're gonna be if you're gonna say things like those text messages that I used to have from this person that was supposed to be the same age as me, that is disgusting and wrong. If you're gonna actually physically assault someone that can't speak up against you for him or herself, that's wrong. What these few people have done, that I'm getting different legal action against in some way, I don't tolerate it. No one should tolerate it. You don't cross a man because there's the whole thing for an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, nose for a nose, ear for an ear, whatever. So, in any case, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.